Hello, in this video I was going to share some of the locks and keys I got for Christmas recently. These are all from my mom, and she made these bags to go with them. My hobby is locks and lock picking, and her hobby is quilting. And this isn't quilting, but this is some bags she made real quick, and she thought it might be nice to throw the locks and keys in. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, I just figured I'd go through them pretty quick. We got a Master padlock here, and I believe this is the box that it came in. This is kind of cool because we can see that vintage Master lion on the key there. And these are all numbered 2035. It matches the numbering on the key there. Master No.1. And I didn't realize this, or if I did, I forgot it, but this actually opens both clockwise counterclockwise, so I feel like that makes it a good lock for left-handed pickers. I haven't picked it yet, so I'll do a pick on camera. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. I want to try to rake it first since it's a master and see if that works. See, yep, there we go. Opened pretty quick there. Let's see how quick. There we go. Cool. And I think this might actually be, I'm not sure, this might be the only lock I have that actually has this chain that chains that's chained to the shackle. And I think this is kind of neat too, because you can actually see it says Master on the chain there as well. So it very much looks like a complete set. So that's pretty cool. This other lock we got here is Corbin. You can see there, got a little spring-loaded bolt there. That looks like that would actually probably shim pretty nice. It's a little bit different than the, I'm not sure, sorry, let me get that on camera. If you can see it, when I turn it, it rotates, it doesn't pull straight back. So what that probably means is it shims easier if you can slide the metal in and push it inward and up like this. It probably shims easier from one direction than the other, is what I would say with that. Let's see if we can open this. This is using wafers. Try to open that up quick. For wafers, I like to try to rake them because that usually works. You can get some good, okay tension in there. See, will that work? That's a little flimsy. See if we can get a slighter, bigger one at the bottom. That looks like that'll work. Oh, is that it? Yep, nope. Can't tell if that was it and it lost traction or not. One sec. Very handy to have lots of turners. Get just the right one. That seems like it's getting it and then slipping on me. But there we go. I think that was slipping on me some. I'm not going to try to single pin pick that right now. I think it might slip on me and take longer than I want it to. But that's a cool little lock right there. This is kind of neat. You can smell the oil on it. Somebody's been trying to clean it. There's the key. That looks a wee bit newer. And then there are these keys she also threw in there. Looking at them real quick, I think these two here are probably handmade in the 1800s. And I'm not a key expert by any means. My reason for saying that is the bow here isn't completely symmetrical. It's not perfectly round. See a small dent there. That could be after the fact too. It could have been damaged, but even right here, that tip of the bow isn't perfectly symmetrical. So that could be handmade. And then when we look at the filing here, if I can get that in view, I'm trying to get it to sort of be a little bit better lit. If you can see the filing there, it's a little bit rounded. It's not perfectly sharp angles. And then on the front, if we look straight down on it, it's not like completely tangential to the tip of that piping or barrel there. It goes off at an angle slightly, and I don't think that you would actually want that for your warding. So that to me almost seems like it could be a mistake, and I could be wrong there, but I think you'd want those perfectly straight. And I don't know, those things just make me think that it could be handmade from the 1800s, and that's certainly the kind of, like, cabinet lock you might have back then. This one also, I think, might have been handmade from the 1800s. This tape is after the fact, but you can see it's the same sort of thing that makes me think that. It's the lack of symmetry in the bow, which could also be from being damaged after the fact. But then you can also see, when you look at this here, you can see there's a lack of symmetry there. And I just don't think that's from normal use. I think that's from however it was manufactured. So my guess is that this was probably handmade and looks to be around that 1800s. When you see a lot of keys from the 19th century, they look similar to this one. But I don't know enough about them. This same design goes back many, many, many hundreds of years. But this sort of, I don't know what to call it, these little grooves you see, these decorations on the stem there, you see those in a lot of keys from the 1800s. So that's kind of what I'm basing that guess on. And there's a couple other keys. I don't know what these go to. It looks like, though, to me, that these are more like 1900s. This right here, that sort of, the tips on these look like these keys themselves were probably manufactured by machine. That's a very clean, I don't know, I don't know why I say that, but I do. I think these ones are manufactured by machine. You can see how clearly this looks like it was stamped on there, the master part there, but this one doesn't. And you can also see that they're slightly different thicknesses. So my guess is that this might have been a factory master key, and this might have been made after the fact by a locksmith. And this number on the back, that 6, might even have been like a blank template. So they ordered a number 6 from a catalog and put master on it and then filed it down. And when you look at the filing, it's actually pretty rough on these, on the actual bitting itself. And that makes me wonder if that was done by hand by the locksmith, or if but I mean, it could have been factory, I don't know. But like it feels rough on both of them, and you see some lack of symmetry on this one, and you see some points where you can sort of catch an edge there, where it's like it could be damage from use. I don't know if you can hear that too, that little nick on it. It could have been damage from use, but it also could be from being handmade. I would generally expect if it was coming out of a factory, they would sort of clean it up like they've cleaned the rest of it and sort of smoothed it out, but you don't see that here or there. So maybe that was after the fact by the locksmith, making some master keys for, I don't know, the institution, the hospital, the jail, the hotel, the ... And then this is the last key right here. And this is definitely manufactured. You can see that engraving there. Made in the USA, solid steel, Yale and Town Manufacturing Company. I have a feeling that somebody that knows more about keys could tell you exactly what this goes to. There's a lot of people that keep track of this, and it looks new enough that it's probably in a catalog somewhere that you could even tell. The edges here, somebody who knows more about metal could also tell me what this is. It it almost seems like it wraps around a little bit on the metal. I don't know if that's an artifact from stamping, if that's what that is, um, or if you could get that from like grinding and then just not smoothing well enough. I feel like it might be more like stamping, but maybe it's also like a coating that's on this, some sort of plating. I don't know. I'm very curious if anyone knows why you see that sort of bubbling around the grooves there, that tiny bit of bubbling. I'd be curious what that is. But anyways, I just wanted to show off my Christmas gifts, and sort of take a look at them. And that's all I've got. Thanks for watching. Happy holidays.